drops of magic cream on first. Really, really important to prime skin really well. If somebody tells you they've got moisturizer on, my biggest regret in life is not saying I'm going to use magic cream anyway, because our magic cream is much more powerful and shows much more of a difference than any other moisturizer. So really make sure that the skin is primed well. We're going to use AFF today. It's your favorite one, isn't it, Michelle? You like this one? And then also, if the neck is on show, I would really recommend that you do the neck and even the chest, because actually when it comes to a photo, you'll see such a difference when this is well moisturized. It gives a lovely glow to the skin. So I'm going to bring it all the way down. You're going to have a lovely face to do makeup on. It's going to look nice on you. I did Sue's makeup yesterday. I'll show you photos later. Beautiful. Right, so Barney, feel free, ask me any questions, or Michelle, be really open to the conversation. I'm not going to like do the fake, like appointment, just normal makeup today. Right, so I'm going to pop a tiny bit of eye cream on because it always looks great under Magic Away. Again, when we're using Magic Away, it's really important to prime under the eye, because if we don't, it can catch new dryness. So we just want to set the eye up really, really well, and then just patting along the bone. You don't have to bring it too high, because we know it's so soft. Look pretty? Yeah. So, lovely face to start with. We'll use some AFF. So what I want you to look at is, I'm not ever going to mess up this station. Like, this station will stay the way it's supposed to stay all day, because I want it to look in categories. So like your complexion needs to stay together and your skin does.
Amber, the flawless filter, we can put it before also, right?
Yeah, you can do before, you
even
can do
mix.
After, mix it in with it if they want more of a glowy finish. You can do absolutely anything with it.
Have you tried that before on her, or it's really your color, Michelle?
Well, I think 4, she prefers 3, but we don't have it. But 4 will be like blending in with your skin.
4 neutral?
Yeah. No, this is Hollywood Flawless filter.
Ah, the Hollywood Flawless.
And what I like to do, but this is just me, is I actually bring it right under the eye, because I find it kind of starts to cancel out any darkness.
Yeah.
It just
to
kind of
reflect
like
it.
reflects it a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a little cheat.
It will hide the imperfections.
That's it, girl. And then I'll bring a little bit here, a little bit here. I don't want glow here, I don't want glow here, so I won't bring it everywhere on the face. I kind of like to be more specific with it. And you can absolutely use this after your makeup again. So, you chose 4 neutral for yourself.
6.
That's 9.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Not unless they really wanted to be
Unless they want
purposely that they prefer to use that one for maybe occasional or something.
Yeah.
Because some people, they love to be yellow sometimes.
So then it's about colour matching the 3 shades and then going from there. But again, guys, remember the most important thing is you're the artist. So like share your recommendation and educate the customer as to why you chose that one. And go from there, because I wouldn't sit a customer down and I wouldn't say, what colour do you want to be? Okay, let me grab that colour. I would say, these are the colours for you. What do you like from them? And I would go, but I would leave that. You should leave that too. Does that make sense? So I've applied some foundation, and you'll see the way I'm applying it is I'm almost stippling it. So I'm kind of like patting it on. Why do I do that?
What number is that, Amber? 6?
6 neutral.
Neutral. Ah, I'm 7 neutral.
Yeah, you're more tan. Well, we'll know soon because I'll colour match you as well. We'll see if that's your real colour.
Yeah, 7 neutral is my color.
I did this with Alex when we did the foundation training, and we colour matched, and she said, I'm a warm tone, and I said, no, you're not. And she was like, yes, I am. Today I'm wearing 4 warm. I was like, that's the wrong colour for you.
No,
so,
she's not warm.
No, she's not.
She's not.
So we colour matched her, and then she went, oh my god, I'm wearing the wrong shade foundation. So it's true educating and like really thinking, because sometimes people have a personal preference, maybe she's not.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
but
exactly.
I educated her as to why she's a neutral, and then she's changed to a neutral. You've got beautiful skin, Michelle. So I've tapped that on. So when you apply like this, you get more coverage.
Yeah.
When you apply like this, you spread it out.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So when I'm applying AFF, I'm taking, no joke, the tiniest amount, because it's very thick and I don't want it to look thick.
Me too.
I'm going to give you this to hold. You've got excellent skin. So when I'm applying foundation, I'm starting here, because that's where you need a little bit more coverage, and then I'm barely using anything here. So if they've got amazing skin, you don't need to apply loads of products, like pinpoint where they need more. So tiny, 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 patting it out, and then we can go in and fix it. I'd even use my finger just to kind of like melt it into the skin a little bit more. Get these little hairs away. So like pat that in and really press it into the skin. I'm going to grab a shade 3. I'm just going to spray it there. Clean it. I'm going to put this under the eye, and I want to colour correct. So the reason I'm using orange is why. What will the orange do under the eyes?
To correct the color.
Correct. To correct the dark circles.
So remembering, look up for me, sorry. Thank you. You have to do the opposite colour to colour correct. So if you've got any kind of purple or blue, you need to use orange, because they're the opposite on the colour wheel, which means they'll neutralise each other. And yesterday on Sue, I used 2, and I should have used 3. And then when I did concealer and foundation, it didn't colour correct it enough, so I should have done 3 and made it completely even. So So putting it all along here, and then I'll go with concealer on top as my coverage, but you need to colour correct first. Otherwise, no matter how much concealer you put on, it will turn grey because yellow on top of blue won't colour correct.
Yeah.
And I'm just using my finger for this because I think it's the easiest way to apply, because it just melts it on really seamlessly. And you can even do a little bit here before concealer to like almost neutralise here. So anywhere you think there's going to be a shadow, colour correct. And then at the end of the entire makeup, you can always use a little bit of the colour corrector of 2 to kind of like add a bit of brightness. You look a little bit crazy right now, but you'll look just fine in a moment. And just face me a little bit if that's okay, thank you. Do you like Magic Vanish? Would you use it a lot or not so much?
No, not so much.
Really?
I like the magic away.
Do you not use them together?
No.
Really, you should try, because Magic Away being more yellow will never correct any colour. Thank you, Lucky. And then I always use this under my concealer, and then at the very end I might use a brighter one just to do on top to add more lift after shadow, because when we put eyeshadow on, sometimes our under eyes get a little bit darker looking. So I'm going to go in, and you've given me a 5. Fabulous, thank you very much. It's going to land. It's getting smushed. Lauren, do you use Magic Vanish?
first
Do you know what? We'll go through yours now in a second because I think you've got a different eye shape, so we'll talk about yours in a sec.
So it depends.
Every eye is different. We need to almost break the habit of putting the pink eyeshadow on the same way for every person because every eye needs a different way of behaving. Have a little look for me straight ahead. And I'll use a cream highlighter at the end for the inner corner to add lots of brightness. So close to me again, I'm just going to put a little bit more along here so I want to really lift the eye. And just look straight ahead. I'm conscious it's quite dark here because the light. I might need to move that light just slightly so it's very dark on this side otherwise. There we go, that's better. Then I'm going to go in with the second shade and I'm going to start focusing on the outer corner because actually for Michelle's eye, she could do that lovely kind of like smoky eye. I'm going to use this shadow brush close to me. I'm just going to start firstly by the lash line because that's the area that we see the most. My little brush.
Why didn't you use it then?
Because it's too big. I just want it to be precise.
Oh, okay.
Because with her eyes, when she opens, look straight up to me, when she opens, you can only really see a small bit of lid. So I want to make sure that that's really well.
The problem of my too much veins.
Too much veins.
Yeah,
What?
veins.
Close for me. You just need concealer. Then.
Veins.
It's all about concealer for you then. And then I'm just going to pat that out. So I'm going to kind of do a little triangle, and then what I'll do is with a clean blender that has no product, I'm going to blend it. Because I want the product to be stronger here. And look this way for me. Close for me.
Sometimes it's easy to apply umber in the right corner, no?
Yeah.
Not on the left. It's if you are maybe right hand.
You find it easier this
Yeah,
side?
exactly, no?
What I'd always recommend then is firstly watch where you're sitting or standing because that will really make it difficult. If you're too close, it can be like really hard to move your hand. And also I always say start with the bad eye. So if your left eye is harder, do that one first because you can always match the good eye to the bad eye.
So you mean to say where is the hard way? You have to start off.
Start on that one and then follow up with the other one. Go straight ahead for me.
Okay.
Because if you do the good eye first, it's hard to match the bad eye.
Actually, I'm doing the opposite.
If you do good eye first,
Yeah.
then you're going to struggle to match the other one. Because if you do the bad eye first, you can match the other one with the good eye.
I'm trying to do that.
So I'm just bringing it, I want your inner corner to stay a little bit brighter, so I'm not bringing it all the way across. And then I'm just going to blend it back. And I'll blend it out. So clean brush, blending the edges to make a really soft finish. I need you to look straight ahead for me, so look towards Larnie. And then while the eye is open, I'm going to look at where I'm going to blend it out. And I'm just going to follow it and make it a little bit longer, just following that natural eye shape. Because I can do it with her eye because it's quite long. Whereas if it was rounder, I would do a completely different shadow. If it was rounder, you wouldn't go as much product in the center because you would want to create an almond eye.
I think I can put the shadow between underneath.
Yeah, perfect.
And then it's a foundation cream.
See, mine is not too sharp. Hopefully. Because one thing, if you do that, it's really like sliced. Sometimes that can be a bit too harsh, so I would go back in and I would blend it. Why would you my fingers tidy rather than a brush? So as you see it, I'm just going to bring a little bit more across here.
Which one is that now?
Third hand. And then look at me, and I'm going to blend the edges. Again, clean brush. I'm just pushing that out a little bit further. Go straight ahead. And then I'm using I'm going to do pops on top. I'm not sure fingers, I can't get it.
Beef pops.
Make sure you can't go one way with it, you can't layer from one side to the other. The thicker it will get, so I always only do it like
Pigmented.
yeah. You're going to one on your blush. Right, brushes back where they are. If you look at my station, you'll notice that it's still clean. I do not want any station. Any used hygiene, throw it in the bin, especially during coronavirus. It is very unhygienic to have like dirty tissues on your station. Okay? Don't keep me out of the I'm not use them. Because I kept it quite soft for now. Let's do it this side. Since you gave it to me. I'll bring it into the inner corner to really lift. And then we'll do a bit of pink on the outer edge. I'm going to get this all since you gave me the pops, I'm going for it. Let me blend that.
Are you ready for the next time?
Yes. And just wax the eye for me, so I want to see that shape for your natural eye. I'm going to blend that. And the same here, so blend it. I'm following your lower lash line, extending it a little bit, and I'll clean underneath after this. Right, so again, this is why I don't settle the eye, because I can pull this product off, whereas if it was powdered, you can't go back in, and you have to actually like completely remove it. Let me just finish off there before we can see it. I'll finish off with the liner first, so let's do liner. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sanitize this with Pillow Talk. Do you like Pillow Talk liner? Yeah? Oh, my sharpener. In my handbag, I've got a Sephora sharpener. I don't have Charlotte's sharpener. It's in the bottom there somewhere. Do you have any extras in?
I really like that.
Is he in the pouch?
No, I think it's loose. You like them? Thank you, love. Sorry, I'm really putting you to work today. You're going to burn about 100,000 calories from the minute you're doing. I know I'm very cool.
Why are you using for an hour pencils?
I'm surprised I don't know when you guys in the store. You'd be very cross if I just came and
You should buy them.
I know, I'm fortunate. I'm good. Okay, so sanitize, and extra sanitize. So with your eyes, we can't afford to do a big liner. Because if we do, it will literally go missing the eye. So I'm going to do this side first, and then close. And I'm literally just going to kind of like pat it along the eyelashes. In a really thin motion. And I almost like go into the lashes. Because I want to fill them in and have no gaps. Look up my neck for me, and I'm going to bring it in a little bit here.
I feel like I'm going to skip
Look up my neck.
I know.
Well, you feel it?
Only a minute to help that place.
You know what I mean? Depends on the eye shape, so some people I don't put it there.
Okay.
And then just bring it across to match. Some people are going to do it the way out, it just depends on the eye shape. Do you know the almond eye? So you can do it or you can leave on the outer edge ready for towards your shoulder for me. And I'm just matching them up to join them all together.
You don't use eyeliner with the umber, yeah?
No, not today. As a model for students today, so I'm prepared for being called just in case any situation arises. Doesn't it? In case you want to practice on it tomorrow. So I kept it really thin because I don't want it to overpower the eyelid. Really thin, and then we're going to do one. So I'm going to sharpen it again because it needs to be extra sharp. And I'm not going to put it in the waterline. The reason for that is if I put it in the waterline, it's going to make your eyes smaller. I don't want to achieve that. Michelle, my eyes are remaining quite big. That's why I smoke lots of shadow underneath, but I won't actually put eyeliner there. Keep them wide. So if you look straight ahead, so look towards Arnie, I'm going to do everything with the eye open. If you do it with the eye closed, it's going to look very different. So eye open, I'm going to make my shape first. I'm just going to start one more time.
So if you can look under on the eyelid,
Yeah.
you didn't put it outside, right? No.
You can, but it still will give it some more effect. Like you can put a little bit on the other edge to smoke and smoke it in. But I'm just mindful, I want my eyes to stay big. And then we'll tidy it. Where's my shadow? And we'll blend over that in a second. So, have a look again, straight ahead. So I wouldn't go any thicker than that for your eye shape. I'm going to match up the other eye, so let's look straight ahead at me. Look here, I need you to just look at me for this one, sorry. I'm actually going to... Gonna make this one slightly. You're going back and forth, I can just hear your voice.
Can you go on for a while?
Close for me.
Can you go take it for a
Yeah,
while?
of course you can go to that. Close for me. Look straight ahead. So this is all with the eye open. Look straight ahead for me as well. Again, I'm just going to hold it. Come here. And then I'll straighten at the end. I'm going to do this one here just a little bit lower.
I'm wearing the eyeliner.
Doesn't you struggle?
Especially with the cheek.
So we'll practice it today so that you're feeling confident. Look straight ahead for me. I want to make sure that you're nailing it, especially in the middle weeks when I'm over black eyeliner. Look at me. And then close. Look here. And then I'm going to just sharpen this pencil up.
Even with the foundation, it will not settle on me. I don't know.
That's just from my fingers. That's just from me going like this. So that's why I don't set it. So look at me again. I'm just going to go in there and we're going to put it together. Little cotton ball. And then straighten. So don't worry about the skin. The skin will go back and will protect. Look here for me. Look here for me again. Straight ahead. Close for me. Straight ahead for me. And then I'm going to match this one up. So I'm going to make this one far straighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut this at the top with a little bit of eye cream. Yeah, so you'll see now what I'm going to do is I'm going to match this one up because actually it's far better on me to have it even straighter than I initially thought. So this way. I'm going to grab it here and I'm going to pull it here. And just use a little bit of eye cream to do that. Look at me. And then I'm going to pull it here. So a little bit. Because what I would always say with an eyeliner is get it on, like get it on what way you think, and then you can fix it, touch it up and perfect it. But when you spend so long doing one, and then you're trying to do the other one, you need to do them together. So get both of them on together and then look at them together and fix them so that you're happy with them. We're going to practice. Larnie has hard eyes to do. So if you want, you can do it on my liner, on my eyes, if you'd like to practice a different eye shape. But what we'll do is we'll do pillow talk on Larnie, and we'll just do it on her shape, and then we'll do a darker liner on me, and you can do my eyes, okay? Right. So if I look at both of these together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this one. Let's look at me, let's see where, and then I'm going to thicken this one up a little bit so close for me. I'm just bringing it across here. Straight ahead. Right, so let's get mascara on, and then we'll have a good look at it together. And then we'll fix the skin. So what I'm going to do is, it probably is quicker for you to pop your mascara on. So I'm going to get you to just layer it on yourself. If you wouldn't mind doing the honours. I know you've got baby lashes.
You know that our new mascara, to look at my lashes, I think it's falling.
It doesn't work, you don't want it on yourself?
No, it's because it makes my lashes fall.
Makes it bigger?
No.
Down?
Not, yeah.
Really?
Removing every time.
Yeah, and then the other side for me, do you want to hold? Just hold it like that. And then I'm not so bothered about the lower lashes, you don't have to put on your lower lashes. Are you feeling okay? So she's just throwing on some mascara, then I'm going to throw the lip on.
She's almost putting mascara.
Yeah, it's just quicker. I'm going to let her do it. Just for today. I mean, for a customer, I would do it, because I can get in there. Maybe do another coat on each. and then we'll go in and we'll touch everything up. But just to talk you through the liner, so I did this side, so what I would always recommend is get it on the eyes, and then you can amend it and fix it. So I did this side higher, and then I actually did this side straighter, and it looks better, so then I took this off and did it again. What I'm going to do is I'm putting mascara on, and then we'll have a look at it all together, and then touch up. But the key thing to remember is that, you know, just get it on the skin first, and then it's so easy to fix, whereas sometimes we spend so long doing one perfect, and then so long doing the other, and trying to put them together, so I always say, put them on the skin first. You don't have to worry about lower lashes, and then pop on, let's do one more coat of mascara on each. I like to see about 4 coats.
Baby lashes, please.
I'll do it, I'll have a go at a coat. Make time for me. And I want to make your lashes kind of thick and funky almost, because I feel like we give them more oomph. Look towards your shoulder. Look down again. Look at me. Look down again. Towards your shoulder. We'll flick any mascara off at the end. Look up for me. Just to paint them a little bit. And then we'll touch up. And then let's do a lip, and then we'll do the blush cheek. And I'm going to put more pop on, and maybe a bit more liner. So let's do lip, medium, and lipstick. Super important. Always, again, sharpen it. You want it to be as pointy as possible. Otherwise, you're making it difficult for yourself, because the stronger the pencil, the more smudgy it's going to be. And you want it to be really sharp and defined. You're going to get you to smile. And see these kind of like white line, or almost the indentation. We want to make sure that we're hitting that. If we're going under that and just following colour, we're actually underdrawing. So even on yourself, it's such a clear indentation that we need to make sure that we're lining. So now you look up and smile. And then follow here. Make sure you're working that up. And then always colouring inside the lip. You never want that pencil to go to the outside, because that means that you're kind of like overdrawing it, it will start to look messy. And then here I'm following that indentation, that natural lip. Always upwards, so you can get more of a rounded, fuller effect. And the line here. Nice colour. Smile?
I mean, it's along the side. Take a look at me doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. I like the colour of it. So that's the lips for me. And then all I'm going to do is tidy up that edge. Make sure that it's nice and defined. And I'm going to use that by eye cream mixed with concealer.
Which one?
Eye cream mixed with concealer is a really good technique to tidy because it cleans and gives colour at the same time. I don't want to see it, so I want that to be lovely and clean. I'm colouring a little bit of the lip because I don't want to see kind of colour through the lipstick. Scribble, 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 scribble. And it just helps with enough. And then lipstick, always use your brush because the square edge will help you create a really defined edge of the lipstick. And make sure when you're applying it, you're doing it flat, because I noticed the girls yesterday were going like this, but that's what gives you a straight brush. So for this, I need you to go. And then the side of this is going to give me a really sharp lip. Same on this side. So that side of the brush will do all of the work. What a colour on you. Wow.
Yeah, sexy.
Yeah, you look stunning.
Very classy.
Do we miss wearing lipstick and no mask? I find lipstick makes our face look amazing. I miss it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it can make it look
I think we should buy a mask with a lipstick.
with hot. Yeah, I think we should. Honestly, I think it can make your look dialed up. Right, let's have a little look for blush.
A few moments later.